One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap. It's Moore. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Back has it. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
The volley cheers going on high. And here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Throwing on the run. Picked off. And the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Throwing, Carr. Punts it out of the air. Breaks into the open. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Notre Dame lines up quickly. To the air. It's Carr. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, it looked like that might be the first touchdown of the game, but what a great job by the defender, seeing the football and swatting it away.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The option look. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And
good shit.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
He gets in there for the two-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Moore. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The give to the left side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride in stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Direct snap. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Moore. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Got a little grass. Running it inside the 30 and finally out of bounds at the 27.
Great job by the running back there with the vision and patience. He sees the hole, puts his foot in the ground. He's able to get north up the field with a great burst and get the 1st down.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. His drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. Dante Moore. It's complete. And they're able to get him down.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline, and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. 4th down, Moore. Looking for space to the left. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Moore. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Notre Dame right back to the line. on play action. It's complete to the left. Maybe a crease. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
Big time throw in that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. Running inside, it's Williams. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
They get to him as he throws. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
They'll run it. That one blocked beautifully as he gets across the 20 to the 21 before he goes out of bounds. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Right back to the well. At the 35, he's open. He's loose on the left. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got some room, it was over.
Let's go,
Sometimes
chap.
you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking and understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one. And that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Carr to throw. They're working that left side. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Part of being a defender, especially against the pass, is you got to see where that receiver's going to and when he sticks his foot in the ground. You could tell when he stuck his foot in the ground, that in route was breaking in. They knew it, broke on it, swatted the ball down, and made a nice play.
Throwing right. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. The holder will kneel at the 24, a 34-yarder coming from the right hash. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And it slips just inside that right upright. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Carr finds his man. Ripping through the defense. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Back to pass, it's Carr. Makes the grab. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Just on the edge of the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. Again, it's Carr. Quarterback adapting. He'll try to do it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Now on the move. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Irish. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. Interesting decision here, but if they make the 2, it'll be a 2-possession game and a 9-point lead. Throwing, Carr makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Makes a move. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
Here's Carr to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Final play of the quarter coming. On the option. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Here comes the option. Now the toss. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Carr. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
That play call is going to force a lot of people to scratch their heads because you've got the lead late. Why aren't you just running the ball? When you throw, you risk having interceptions like that right there. That should have been picked.
Tight end now in motion. There's some room. Fouls through the defense. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Notre Dame now facing 3rd and inches. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a fourth down situation.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, there's the advantage of having versatility at the running back position. On fourth down, everybody in the stadium is expecting if you throw it, it's probably going to a receiver at tight end. But because of his ability to catch the football, he makes a huge play for this offense and keeps the drive alive.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. C.J. Carr firing again. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Quick strike through the air for the score. The Irish punch back.
Can't even be mad at it, chat.
If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Coming out with it, it's Moore. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb. If you're...
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the touchdown, Ducks. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. The Ducks with the answer.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Pocket breaking down. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Irish punch back. If he can make this one, the lead will be 3.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Moore throws to the wideout. Zips it out to his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted to stop the threat. Got room on the return. He's at the 40.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Using the quick game. Turning it on. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football. Continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on.